Why you over there looking at me with all these hoes in here?
What's good, everybody? What's good? It's your boy, Cardinal Bud Crawford, or E.S. Red, if that's what you want to call me. And we are back for another one. Alright, y'all, new topic. Why Terence Crawford's $4.6 million fight with Errol Spence Jr. could be a flop. Alright, y'all, so the negotiation process has reignited. It is back rolling. A lot of conversation going on regarding Spence versus Crawford once again. How likely are we to get this fight? I'd say it's probably 70. It's a good 75% chance that this fight is going to happen this year. There's still that 25% that it won't happen, and I'm still very optimistic, but I'm very doubtful at the same time. When you're dealing with boxing, everything's a crapshoot until it's signed. Everything's a toss-up until it's signed. Everything's a maybe until it is signed. And this is the reason I even bring this topic up of could this fight possibly flop, is because, you know, I was going through some videos earlier and I was hearing some conversations from people, certain channels, saying that they were not even interested in this fight anymore because there's so many younger fighters that we could look forward to. Better fighters, younger fighters, more willing to fight each other and one another and other rivals within their weight class. You know, why keep wasting time on fighters who seem to care more about the money than they do entertaining the fans, which to me, I think that is a huge slap in the face, because we, the fans, are the reason that you guys even get to fight. The reason that you guys are famous, the reason that you guys are rich. And you would think all of these professional athletes, and especially with what just happened with the crisis in the world and everything, when everything just went tank straight into the water and everybody's money pretty much got cut off, you would think that these athletes and these people who are fan supported, are fan generated, like the fans are the ones who actually pay your bills. And I know there's going to be an argument about that, like the fans don't pay the bills, it's the owners that pay the bills. The owners ain't got no money if it ain't for the fans filling up the stands and purchasing the pay-per-views. If no one cared, there would be no money to pay anybody. The fans control sports. The fans control sports. We don't act like it all the time. We act like we are controlled by the sport. Well, they're putting on some garbage. Well, I gotta buy it because I'm a fan. No, it's the opposite of that. Now, I would say that the guy who made that video made a excellent point. He said we need to stop just purchasing crap just because it's there to be purchased. You know, we as fans control this, so why are we not acting like we control it by controlling the sport with our dollar signs? And, you know, when he made that point, it made me think, like, okay, you know what, he's kind of right. And it seems like I had made a video yesterday saying that people are starting to tune out this fight. They're starting to not even care, because you do have the Jerron Ennis's out there. You do have the Virgil Ortiz's out there. Charlo brothers. I don't know why the name escaped me for some reason. But, you know, you got the new generation of boxing that is starting to plant their feet and cement themselves within a lot of these weight classes. And they're the future. And they don't seem to be so consumed with the dollar amounts. And I'm pretty sure it probably won't take long for them to be corrupted by the money too. But for right now, they don't seem to be so obsessed with the dollar amounts, but more obsessed with legacy and just getting the best fights, getting themselves in front of the fans, and trying to give the fans a great showing. When you got guys like Errol Errol Spence, Terence Crawford, who are supposedly the best in the business at the moment. And they are refusing to fight the other guy who's supposedly the best in the business at the moment. Or they're holding out for money, and it's all about the money. It can turn fans off, and it can be a situation to where those fights start losing money, and the younger guys who don't even have any title belts or any real success yet to hang their hat on, they could start being the guys commanding those $4 or $5 million fights because the people are willing to pay for it. And Terence Crawford at the moment, it seems like he seems a little bitter because the only thing that people, the highest price amount that he can seem to get is somewhere around $5 million because that's what people are willing to pay for him. And he seems a little bitter that his dollar amount isn't higher. Errol Spence a little luckier. He's been more willing to challenge himself and take on the best. So his dollar amount's a little higher than Terence Crawford is. But it seems to me like his dollar amount's a little low for what he's accomplished. You know, it's weird. Boxing's in a weird place right now. You know, we can't do nothing as fans except for kind of accept it for what it is and try to move on. You know, it don't mean you have to accept these trash fights they keep trying to give you and pay for them. But you have when it comes to fights like Spence versus Crawford, supposedly the best fight and the best, you're gonna have to accept some things that come along with that fight. And I feel like at the moment it does look like that this fight, the numbers are not going to be as high as what I even thought they would be. Because I was for sure, you know, maybe they could do 500,000 pay-per-view buys with this fight. Maybe they can fill the Cowboy Stadium off of this fight, which I think they can fill a Cowboy Stadium. I just don't know if they can do that 500,000 to 1 million pay-per-view buys because of how these guys are treating the fans. Because of their unwillingness to compromise with one another, because of their unwillingness to accept a smaller portion of money to prove to fans that we're willing to give you a great show, and if I have to, I'll recoup it in the rematch. You know, that's integrity. That shows that, you know, these fighters are for you, the fans. These fighters are for the entertainment value. They're trying to entertain you. They're trying to give you the best show possible. And at the moment, it's looking like they're just trying to get paid off of you. And they don't care whether they give you the best show possible. They just want your money out of your pocket and in their pocket. And however they got to get it is how they got to get it. Whether they got to give you I don't want to say that word, a crappy fight, a shiesty fight, a fight that's not worth anything to get your money out of your pocket, well, that's what we're going to give you. And I think if that's the way it's going to happen, this fight could very well flop. It might not even do 500,000 buys. They might fill an arena up with people who want to come out and watch it live, but I don't think the pay-per-view numbers are going to reflect what should be the greatness of this fight. This should be the greatest fight of this generation. Not just 2020, not just the 2022 generation or this year, but of this generation. And I don't think it's going to meet that expectation because number one, it's about 5 years past due already anyway. And number two, you're treating the fans like trash. So how could I even be entertained when I've been drugged through the mud for so long as a fan, just trying to get you two guys to get in the ring with each other? You know, I think that it's unfair as a fan. I'm almost to the point where I might not even watch it unless it's on free TV because I've been drugged through the mud for so long as a fan when it comes to this fight. And I know everybody doesn't feel that way, but I wish more fans would take their pride and their integrity as a fan more seriously and hold your wallet a little more hostage when they're doing stuff like this to you, because you do control these sports, and you need to start acting like it. Now, I know we want to support everybody we like, but sometimes you got to hold these people's feet to the fire. And don't just be a victim, man. You have to be, you have to stand up for yourself. You know, stand up for yourself. Show some type of backbone. You know, don't just go along to get along all the time. That's all I got to say for now. I'm done rambling. Hit that like button for me. Share. Subscribe. Tell a friend. Holler at me on all social media platforms. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. More than likely to get a response on YouTube. So holler at me over there if you want a response. It's your boy, Cardinal, Bud Crawford, or E.S. Red, if that's what you want to call me. And we are 90.
This young nigga trying to ride candy.